If yours doesn't stand out in one way or another, it's over. They're not going to come and see your properties.
How important is it to stage a property, and why is it so significant?
Oh, where do I start?
Look at that alley-oop, slam dunk. Take it home, Ilana.
It's so important. Think about it. People are sitting at their computers. They're browsing through listings. If yours doesn't stand out in one way or another, it's over. They're not going to come and see your properties. And people nowadays, especially in COVID times, are not going to see 30 properties. They're going to shortlist to about 4 or 5 that they really want to go. And how do they shortlist? By price, number one, location, what the condition of the house is, all the terms of contract, etc. But the first thing they look at are those photos. And when you see vacant pictures, photographers are great these days, but they can really trick the eye with their wide angle lenses. Mm. And you're looking and you're like, I don't know how big this room is. Like, is it massive or is it small? And if they don't have a sense for it, like you and I have a sense, if you say it's a 1,200 square foot house, you and I know what size the 3 bedrooms are going to be. And so, but as a, layperson who doesn't know, they're just looking online, they have no idea. And with that furniture on those photos, they can't understand the scale of the house, the scale of the rooms. They can't understand where they're going to place their stuff, and they just don't feel emotionally connected to the property. So to begin with, you have those photos, but then they enter the property and there's furniture. It's like in their mind, we're telling them a story, right? As a stager, I'm telling the buyer a story. This is where you're going to sit. This is where you're going to read your book. This is where you're going to sit and eat lunch. And look, there's bar stools, meaning there's an overhang to the island. Maybe people wouldn't notice there's one if there were no bar stools there. So as stagers, what we do is we control the buyer's eyes so that they look at what matters in the house. They understand the space for what it is. What's the purpose of this room? Is that the dining room? Yes, it's the dining room. Guess why? Because there's dining table and chairs. Yeah. But if there was nothing on that photo, or even in person, no chandelier or anything, they'd be like, well, I don't know. What room is this? How do we use this room? And the whole open floor plan that people love to implement these days it can bite you back when you come and you're like, oh, what is this room for? What do I do here? Where do I put my stuff? So those are some of the reasons why we do that. But it's all about increasing the perceived value of the property. Mm-hmm. That perceived is really the key. Is you want to give the buyer the impression that the property is worth even more than it is, for its all the walls and the fixtures, but you want to give it even more of a perceived value.
Thank you for watching another video brought to you by my team at Invested Talent. If you're looking to amplify your message and repurpose your podcast content for your brand, make sure you text me personally at 678-679-5613. Text me repurpose at 678-679-5613, and we'll be sure to send a few gems your way so that you can help amplify your message and repurpose podcasts for your brand. We'll see you on the other side. I'll be looking.